Congratulations, I'm so happy for you. You are relocating to our Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And in your research, you might be looking closely at Dallas because Dallas gets the sexy press. It's cosmopolitan, it's urban. Anything and everything you want to do is in Dallas. But Dallas is also dense. And dense means more people. More people is the opportunity for more challenges. So maybe you've decided, I can visit Dallas. It sounds really exciting, but Tracy, I think I want to look farther north. And you've been looking in Frisco, McKinney, Prosper, Salina. Maybe you've been looking farther east, Fate or Heath. And in your search, you're thinking, there's got to be another option. Guess what? There is. I want to introduce you to living on the Fort Worth side of our Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And in that, we want to take a closer look at the who, the when, the why, the how, the things to do, the points of interest of living your life minutes from the financial center of the United States and the Wall Street of Texas in the suburb called North Fort Worth. Are you ready? Hi, I'm Tracy Sorrell with the DFW Life. We realize that relocating to our Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, knowing your bedrooms, baths, square feet, budget, well, that's the easy part. The part that's not so easy is deciding where you want to live once you get here. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 9 weeks, give us a call, message us, send us an email. We want to help you realize if living your life in North Fort Worth is where you want to create your memories and call home. If this is your first time to this channel, subscribe below, press the bell. You'll be in the know anytime something exciting happens in and around our suburbs of Dallas-Fort Worth. Now, back to living in North Fort Worth. North Fort Worth is so exciting. It's one of our best kept secrets in the Metroplex. It's almost it is the best of both worlds. You live in a smaller setting, but yet you're so close to the big city of Fort Worth. Now, we've got a bonus. You are going to hear from people who actually have chosen to live their lives in North Fort Worth. We're going to actually go around, look at the points of interest, things to do. We're going to hop in the car, we're going to look at a map, but before you strap on your seatbelt, let's take a closer look at where North Fort Worth is. Before I tell you where North Fort Worth is, let's take a look at the city of Fort Worth. Fort Worth is about 32 miles from Dallas, and the city of Fort Worth in our DFW Metroplex, it's considered where our Western culture, Western heritage is. In the Fort Worth Historic Stockyard, that's where you'll see real live cowboys and a live cattle drive. Very exciting. If you've not seen that, you definitely want to go, at least put it on your bucket list. Downtown Fort Worth is very walkable. In Fort Worth, this is a major city, so you're going to get all the museum, the culture, the fine dining, so many things to do in the city of Fort Worth. There are a lot of things to do in Fort Worth that you can enjoy more than you could do some of the things in Dallas. This is not a pros and cons or Dallas versus Fort Worth. That's a different time and a different video. But I wanted to really share with you how nice it is living in and around the city of Fort Worth. Now, back to the location, back to where is North Fort Worth. North Fort Worth is about 11 miles away from the downtown, from the populace of Fort Worth. Now, it can be a little confusing because I do say Fort Worth when I say North Fort Worth. North Fort Worth is actually a suburb. If you're ever in a game of trivia and someone asks you, well, here is your answer. This is the reason why some people or many people consider North Fort Worth as a suburb of Fort Worth. There was once a time where parts of North Fort Worth were actually in the city of Keller. And at some point in time, the city of Keller, the city of Fort Worth, I don't know what was negotiated or what was decided, but part of the section that was in the city of Keller is now under the jurisdiction of Fort Worth. Sometimes people joke and consider that section of North Fort Worth as Fort Keller, maintaining the history that was between those two cities. Later on this video, we'll take a look at a map that will better explain, you can see visually where Fort Worth stops where that boundary is and where the suburb of North Fort Worth begins. Now that you know where North Fort Worth is, let's talk about the who and the why. Who lives in North Fort Worth and why have they chosen North Fort Worth as home? Well, the answer in that will involve some of the same questions that you have and most people have whenever they relocate to a place. The quality of education, cost of living, diversity, and crime rate. And here are the answers.
Well, for good schools, obviously. I also like the design and attractiveness of the neighborhoods. We're really close to shopping and the major transportation corridors, which makes things convenient to get around. And I'd also say that the people make this a great place to live. There's a friendly atmosphere here. Obviously, this is part of a very large metroplex, but there's a lot of small town community charm as well. And I like that. Makes it a wonderful place to live and grow a family.
But one of the main reasons was because when I decided that I needed to purchase a new home, I was told that the Keller School District is one of the best school districts in our area, in which it is. Also, it's close to the airport, it's close to Denton, to Fort Worth, downtown Fort Worth, to Dallas, and also all the shopping and restaurants that I can go to without having to get on the freeway.
Hi, the reason we moved to the North Fort Worth area was because at the time, Keller was the 7th safest city to live in the United States. And after we moved into the area, we love the amenities, everything, shopping is close by, the school district is immaculate. So I would suggest anybody moving to this area. It's booming, it's building, it's a great place to raise your children.
Let's start with cost of living. Living in North Fort Worth is very affordable, much more affordable than if you choose one of the suburbs north of Dallas. In North Fort Worth, you can get a very nice home, very nice communities where you have walking trails, bike paths, catch and release ponds. There are 59 neighborhoods in North Fort Worth. And of those 59 neighborhoods, there are 2 what I describe as large master plan communities. These master plan communities have dining, restaurants, shopping, medical facilities either in or around the neighborhoods. And the 2 larger communities are Heritage and Villages of Woodland Springs. As far as crime rate, well, it's a suburb. So by definition, you have fewer people in the population. With fewer people typically means fewer challenges, fewer problems, and less crime in comparison to Fort Worth, Dallas, our bigger cities. And as far as education, well, you probably won't go wrong with the quality of education you'll receive in North Fort Worth. These families send their children to either Keller ISD or Northwest ISD. Our independent school districts here in North Fort Worth are very highly ranked and respected in our Texas Education Agency, which of course is an objective agency that you can go and see not only the ranking of the school districts, but it will break down in different categories that you might be interested in knowing within the school district. Now for the fun part, the things to do. What is there to do in North Fort Worth? Now this is where we're gonna hop in the car and take a drive around to see some points of interest and things that people who live in North Fort Worth enjoy. So strap on your seatbelt and let's take a ride. Traveling on I-35 West, you're gonna see places to go and things to do that people who live in North Fort Worth enjoy. There's Cabela's. So if you are into outdoor, boating, fishing, hunting, sporting, Cabela's is where you're going to want to stop. There's also Texas Motor Speedway. So NASCAR driver inside of you, oh yeah, you like a little racing around, you're going to enjoy Texas Motor Speedway. There's also Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is, I guess it's almost like the playground for adults. First of all, you have rows and rows and rows and bays of gasoline pumps. And then when you go inside, you'll just be really impressed with your variety of candies, fudge, food, souvenirs. I mean, it's going to be right there at Buc-ee's. Also, if you enjoy shopping, but you might be looking for a deal, Tanger Outlet may have something for you to check out. There's also Alliance Town Center. So Alliance Town Center and Presidio Town Crossing, that kind of defines where North Fort Worth starts. This part of I-35, this is where you're seeing so much growth and development of retail, restaurants. There's just so much medical facilities. In North Fort Worth, there are 2 major hospitals. So this is an area that you are going to have almost anything and everything you need here in North Fort Worth. We're going to take a look at a map because some of the things when we define North Fort Worth and Alliance, it gets to be a blur. People almost use those areas synonymously, interchangeably. But let's go ahead and take a look at a map and take a different perspective of living in North Fort Worth. Now let's get to it. In purple, I have drawn a border to try to give you a visual of where North Fort Worth is and how large it is. From one end of North Fort Worth to the other end, it's about 11 miles. This portion of North Fort Worth, or Alliance, is where you will find Texas Motor Speedway, Tanger Outlet, Buc-ee's, Cabela's is right before you get there, and you also have Champions Golf Course, and that is a semi-private golf course. There are plenty private and plenty other golf courses in the surrounding cities, but Champions is where, if you're in North Fort Worth and you want a semi-private, nice golf course, that's probably where you would go. Let's look at some more cool things about North Fort Worth. On this side, on the right side of North Fort Worth, is the city of Keller. And if you recall, at one point, portions of North Fort Worth was in Keller, the city of Keller, and that's where we get the Fort Keller. Other cool things to know and places to go nearby North Fort Worth would be Roanoke. Roanoke is the unique food capital of Texas, and the Wall Street of Texas, that's near Roanoke and Westlake. Oh, and I'm sure you're going to want to go to Grapevine Lake. Take your boat out, do your water sport, jet skiing, tubing, enjoy the lake. There's some cabins out there. Whether you want to travel for business or for pleasure, here is our Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, which is about 15 to 20 miles from North Fort Worth. Let's say you want to venture out. Let's say you even want to leave the state of Texas. Why you would, who knows, but just in case, you can travel I-35 West, go north about an hour, you will be in the state of Oklahoma. And on the other side of the border is WinStar Casino. And that's where you can, it's a casino. So if you want to gamble, you can see shows, you're there for the buffet, that's the store you're sticking with, okay? But whatever you do in WinStar, well, just have fun. And when you hop back over the border, you're back in Texas. Let's talk about some more things that you're going to want to do and the places you want to know and the proximity to those places in North Fort Worth. Well, if you're in Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, surely you are going to make it over to the city of Dallas, which is about 40 miles from North Fort Worth. Now, I will highly encourage you to purchase a toll pass, some way to get on our paved roads, because 40 miles can feel like forever in our traffic. Remember, it is a major metropolitan city. And once you're done and you've enjoyed Dallas, you might want to go at some point and watch the Cowboys play. Well, the Dallas Cowboys actually play in the city of Arlington. So there you can go to Six Flags, watch the Dallas Cowboys, concerts at AT&T Stadium, and the Texas Rangers baseball. They're all in Arlington. And of course, as we said at the very beginning, the city of Fort Worth. Fort Worth is about 11 miles south of North Fort Worth. Hey, if you're thinking about moving to North Fort Worth, comment below. And if there's another community, another area in our Metroplex that you're interested in, let us know. We just might do a tour of that one too.